All right, we are live. What's up, everybody? Welcome in. Holy crap, it's cold. All right, welcome in. Sorry for the earlier mistake. Had a few issues on. Nope, you cannot be a mod. I have plenty of mods. What's up, J-Dub? How you doing, my friend? What's up, Cruisin'? Thank you for hanging in there. I'm trying to set it up for this giveaway, and I have to follow the giveaways in a specific order. And right now, I don't have the software installed to do the giveaway properly. So I'm going to have to postpone the giveaway for one more day. Or a couple days. I'll have to see how to do it. There we go. What's up, Hans? How are ya? Melissa, how are ya? Ooh, Nightbot's working. All right, it's starting to work. Okay. Oh, your daughter's sick? I'm so sorry. That's not a good thing. I hope daughter gets better. She's doing good, J-Dub. Home, but sore, and has a lot to go through right now. It's not easy. Cruising, I just installed it. And the reason I installed Nightbot was to do the giveaways. So if I use Nightbot for the giveaway, it makes it completely out of my hands. Oh, the blue glass. Yeah, I love the crab. That was a pain in the butt piece. I've only done 2 of them. Oh, you're the one that's sick. Well, I wish you, Gail, I hope you get better. And we are not on TikTok tonight. I am focusing 100% on YouTube tonight at the moment. So, no distractions. Other than I got my headphones on too loud. There we go. Yeah, sick is no way to. Yeah, sick is not fun. All right, let's just start off with something different. I don't have all the rest of the glass ready, so we're just going to do something weird. Yeah, there are people that actually like being sick. It's really strange. But there are people that like it. We're going to start out here. There we go. All right, this tubing's a little funky. It gets very, very shocky. This is one of the tubes that can blow up on you if you don't warm it up very slow. I kept one of the 2 crabs, yes. It's actually in the house. Thank you, Cruisin'. I love saying that name, Cruisin'. All right, here we go. We're going to pull this out. So this is like a seafoam green. It's a pretty color, but man, is it shocky. And there we go. Crucifer Brucein, there you go. Waiting for some mushrooms. Hey, let's turn this into a mushroom. Thank you, Dilly. Let's make this into a damn mushroom. I was trying to figure out what the hell to do this with this. Now you gave me the idea. All right. Thanks to Dilly 2 Chili, we are gonna make a mushroom. I couldn't figure out what I wanted to do with it. Now we have a plan. The morel mushroom, I have done them before, but I do not have the right materials up here to do it. Those take a little bit of prep work, you know, and that sucks. I don't like the prep work. What's up, Myra? Cattail, it's already a cattail. All right, just got to prep this a little bit more. It's going to be a bit of a big mushroom, though. It's going to be a bit big. Yeah, I'm glad she's home too, honestly. You bought 2 stems for 40? Yeah, I'm sure China sells them cheap. All right, let's bring it up. Break off. All right, so we're gonna start this off by throwing a bunch of color on the top of the mushroom. Know what I mean? There we're at. So this is where the mushroom tap is gonna go. Let's get it started. All the link, check on my bio. All the stuff is in my links. And if you want to join our Discord, I just added the Discord in there. All right, let me strike this around. I'll check chat in just a second here. Bring it all the way around. No, this is a mushroom. If you want one of those, I don't have a problem with the industry. Honestly, you can, but there's not a lack of availability. All right, so this is the color being wrapped around first. We're gonna throw a couple different colors on it. So we got the shimmer green. Then we're gonna add in the uranium. We're gonna pop some uranium in here. For those of you who don't know, this is the uranium glass. It glows super bright green under black light. No, I'm pretty damn cold. Am I going for the Broncos or Redskins? I don't know. No comment. All right, let's grab it. We're going to spin this uranium glass around here. There we go. When's my next movie? I wish I had a movie. No, I cannot make the toys because the insurance on that is way too much money. $36,000 every 6 months for insurance. No, thank you. All right, we're going to add the slime green on here now. This is a cool color. All right, that should be enough color up here. We got a whole bunch of greens going on right now. You never seen this kind of thing? Oh, welcome in. I am happy to have you on board. There we go. All right, so all this color is kind of coiled around, kind of like a spring of coil. What's up, Michael? How you doing? Thank you for the jewels. All right, so we're going to come through and we're going to stripe this down a little bit in a few spots. It's going to lock the coils in there. And then after that, we're going to create this psychedelic looking pattern on here. Some people call it psychedelic, some call it spacey. I guess both can be one and the same. We're going to bring it in, pop. Pop. There we go. So a couple of these stripes just right here. And all it does is lock all the coils in there. What's up, Lucky Lex? How you doing? Yep, I am only streaming on YouTube at the moment. How exactly is glass blown inside out? It's pretty tricky. Got to open up the tube, and then you got to draw on the inside, and then you shrink it back down. It is not the most efficient way to color glass. There's also what's called the sock method, where you can do a bunch of artwork on the outside and then sleeve it over, put a sock over it of clear glass. Yeah, $36,000 every 6 months. It's good to see you, Lucky Lex. I hope everything's going well for you. All right, so this is just kind of striping this around. All these little mini swirls. This is going to kind of make it into a, like I said, some people call it psychedelic looking. Other people call it spacey looking, but we'll figure it out. We'll see what it is. I'll let you guys vote. So this is just blending it in right now. I'll show you 1 second here. I'll bring it over. And I will show you the difference. And then I have to get back at it. So there are the coils that we had done. Then this is it all blended. So like that. It is just like finger painting. The Meta Ray Bans I do have on, they have custom lenses in them to filter out all the bright light. I had to send them into a place that does the lenses for glass blowing, and they custom fit them for the Metas. It was like one of the best things I ever did. Even if I don't use them all the time to record, they are so freaking comfortable. Yep. Didymium lens and a welder shade number 3. All right, we're almost done here. I'm going to spiral this top up a little bit more. So we're going to bring it out. Has a whole bunch of colors just kind of mixed together. Can you add polka dots? Eventually, yeah. You can always add polka dots. All right, we're going to heat this up and get it to a point of blowing it into the mushroom shape. So this takes a minute. Got to keep it super smooth while I'm doing that. I'll show you what my didymiums do. So if you see that, see how the filter is filtering out all the flame like that. The real bright, bright, bright spot. So that's what my glasses actually do right there. Totally trippy, right? What's my favorite type of stuff to make? I don't know, kind of functional in the way that not traditional functional. I like making like writing pens or something that can be used outside of just looking at it. Like actually being used. Wine toppers, pens. I actually made a toothbrush holder. It was kind of cool, actually. But one of the house cleaners stole it. Could you mix the color glass with lavender? No, you cannot do that. Do not do that. No microwave on this. Thank you for the subscription. All right, a little bit more. Then we're going to blow this out. It won't be in the mushroom shape right away. We're going to get that here in a minute. All right, so we are not in the mushroom shape right now. So how that is achieved is we are going to heat right underneath here, that spot right there. We're going to just heat right underneath it, and the weight of this is going to collapse down and create that mushroom cap. So we're just going to come right in here, heat right underneath that. And then just the weight of the mushroom cap will force it down. Like that. See? Don't need no stinking tools. I can do this without tools. So there. Now we got it like that. I can't hold it that way too long for a minute because it still wants to fall. There we go. So now we got the little mushroom cap. I'm I'm gonna bring it over with the flashlight so y'all can see what it actually looks like. It's kind of cool. The colors should pop on here. So now I'm gonna bring it out, a little less light on it. There we go. So now you can see all those colors are swirling around. Kind of good, actually. All right, I'm gonna park that in here for a moment. I think I want to make a little bumblebee for it. I think we'll put a bumblebee on there first. Just a little one. What do you put in it when you put it inside? Oh, it's a kiln, an oven, just like a ceramic oven. Very close to like a ceramic pottery kiln. But instead of lifting from the top, it has a side door, so it lifts up like a guillotine. It's called the guillotine door. All right, let's make a little bumblebee. I want to make a bee. We'll put a little bee on it. But yeah, it's just like a pottery kiln, other than instead of lifting from the top, there's a door on the side. All right, here we go. Gonna add the little yellow part for the bee. And here we go. There we are. Melt that in. Oxygen and propane are the two gases that I am mixing, 100%. Love oxygen and propane, it's the way to go. Trojan man, thank you. Yeah, it is to prevent the piece from cooling off too fast, but also I'm trying to keep it hot enough so when I go to add the bee, it's not too cold. So if I left it just sitting out and then I tried to add the bee to it, it would blow up. It would absolutely just explode. All right, so now we got, I know it's going to be hard to see right now, but we got yellow running all the way around this in a coil. Don't need any more yellow. I have a small version of this. Yep, we're good. Now I have to finish the rest of the bee. Here we go. Then we'll stick it on the mushroom that we just made. So we'll make this little bee. It won't take me too much longer. Probably got another 2 minutes. Okay, we're gonna grab, what is a good one? Right here. I love big ass googly eyes on here. One second. Yeah, I got enough on here. Okay, let me turn this down just a second. All right, we're looking good. And I am looking for one specific color here. Nope. There it is. This is like a transparent white color, and it is called Ghost. It is a very cool color. All right, we got a fuzzy little bee there. I know it's hard to see it, but it's there. And I'm gonna make a small little attachment on the bottom of the bee so it goes onto the mushroom without any drama. And there we go. All right, so we got the bee going. Let's grab the mushroom. I'm gonna park it off to the side because the mushroom kind of has to hang. Okay, we're looking good. Pull it down. All right, so now we got the little bee on top of the mushroom. Now the yellow takes a minute for it to come back. When the yellow's hot, it disappears kind of. All right, and then we're gonna do a custom hook for it. We're gonna make a leafy hook. Well, that piece went way off the rails. I wasn't planning on doing any of that. Debating on throwing another green or something in here. Maybe a little uranium. There we go. All right, so we're going to grip it. Going to twist it up, and then we're going to turn it into a leafy. The mushroom is just a one-off. If you are interested in the mushroom, just send me a message. We're just kind of flying by the seat of our pants right now. Okay, I'm gonna just fold this over real quick. There we are. It's looking good. Yeah, I'm gonna have to fix Nightbot a little bit. I installed it to do a giveaways, and I didn't realize it had all these settings. All right, we're gonna flatten this out. All right, so we just made a little bit of a impression on there. You can kind of see that leafy pattern right there. Thought I set it down somewhere, but guess I did. I'm gonna pull it down really. What's up, Dragonfly? So now we have the leaf folded over, so it has like a leaf that's bending over to it. And we're gonna add the little bit of a leaf on here. All right, so this is the leaf hook we're going to use. You can see it's still got the leaf pattern to it. Have you ever made anything for a Vegas hotel? Yeah, I was in Las Vegas at the MGM Grand for 6 years as a demo artist with my mother. My mother actually got me into that gig. Smooth that out. Gotta make sure that stays on there. So we just had to cement that in really well. All right, so there is the mushroom with the leaf on it as a hook. Now this one we're going to do a little different. We're going to make it sit, stand, and hang all at once. Oops, not liking that. I got to get it fitting just right. Well, maybe we won't. Let me park this in. I need a different tool. We'll see if this one grips it. No, yeah, I get the question a lot. I'm actually going to see if I can start a counter on that. See how many Guy Fieri comments we could get in one night. How many come through? But no, I am not related. Okay, this one is not working either. One last tool to try. If not, I'm not going to be able to do what I wanted to with it. Hey, we got a winner. All right, so we're going to open this up and create the mushroom. Zero right there. All right, let's see if we can get this to flatten out decently. If not, I have to fix it. There we go. All right. I'm not Al. Why are you calling me Al, Edward? Now you can see the little yellow starting to come in for the bee. We got a little mushroom. So this will hang, or you can set it down. Either way. Works both ways. Awesome. Large room, surreal. No, there's not. Not really. John, thank you for the high five. Boom, brother. Thank you for the high five. Let me mellow this torch out for a second. Okay. So I was talking to the other night. I think we're going to do this with dragon wings. What do y'all think? Not right now, but I want to redo this, not this one in particular, but make another one, but have wings come off this end instead of the claws. I think wings would look killer on this. What do y'all think? I think it would look good. You don't think wings would look good off that? I've not done the winner of the leaf pendant. The reason I have not, if you notice on here, there's a Nightbot chat. And YouTube has very specific rules for giveaways. So I got to enter in the giveaway to Nightbot. Let me see if it's working. It's connected, but it's not. I'm trying to do the giveaway section. Okay, it's registering chats, and then when I hit giveaways, it won't let me do. I'm missing a setting. So let me see if it works. I don't know if it's working. Can I get a mod to type in glow? Just the word glow, G-L-O-W. And we'll see if it's working on Nightbot. But yeah, I'm trying to, I have to follow a specific protocol. But we are doing the giveaway, but I have to do it a very specific way. I did not know that. So before we do it, so I'll extend it, but if you made the comments, you are definitely entered in. I will make sure you got it. Nope, it's not working yet. Okay. Yeah, I'm missing a button on here. I'll figure it out though. I know it's complicated, but you have to follow specific rules on here. If I said you were entered, you are entered, Melissa. I promise you. I'll make sure you're in there. I have to figure out how to get the Nightbot to work, but the giveaway that I was presently ready to do was supposed to be at 5 today, but I can't get the chatbot to work with the giveaways yet. But I screenshotted everybody that was entered, so I know who's entered. Bro, what do I have to do to get mushroom? Daughter, I'd love it. Birthday, message me, Diane. Seriously, I'd be happy to sell it to you. This was a giveaway that was set up. If those that know already entered, I'll do another giveaway at some point, but I have to figure it out. I already know who entered the last one. I know chatbots really, it's not fun. But YouTube has very specific rules. You want to see one of the birds? Okay, I'm going to finish this up real quick. Then we can bring out one of the birdies. Diane, you can message me at starrynightglass@gmail.com. Biggest thing I've made, solid glass, is a 4-foot sword, and then a chandelier that's about 3 times as big as the one behind me. For blown glass. But solid glass has to be my 4-foot sword. That's probably the biggest. But we'll be doing more. You didn't really miss out on anything. The flame is about 3,800 degrees Fahrenheit. Eccentric Glow, thank you for the jewels. Appreciate you. Joshua, why would you want me to make you one of those? Are you lacking the ability to find a good one? I can refer you to people that make them. I mean, the variety that's out there right now of all those items is like bigger than I've ever seen in history. It's not like you lack choices in finding one. All right, so we are striping this with red. Actually, you have to get a little bit of work done in between all this. There we go. Michael, thank you for the happy bit. We're going to do a peppermint swirl ornament real quick. This is just like a Christmas ornament. I have a whole bunch of them on order right now. So, can I make another turtle? Someday. I don't have any turtles on order right now. All right, so we're going to grab this and twist it up. I'm kind of at a point where I can make a few random items, but I have to fill orders. People have been placing orders like crazy. What's up, Red Dog? How you doing? All right, so we got everything spot. Now, the red is kind of funky on this type of glass. It goes completely transparent. It doesn't come back to red till later. It will pop out red eventually. But for right now, it's going to be pretty transparent. It'll start showing a little bit of red, but not much. Then after it sits in the kiln for about an hour, then the red will miraculously start evolving again. Nope, I don't make any of those. Midnight. Like I said, there's not a lack of them in the market. Yep, she is home. Yep, she is home and resting. Needs to be. It was a long hospital visit. Okay, we're gonna pop out a little hole. You can kind of see the red starting to come back in the back end of this, but that whole front will have red in between all those white spirals. Yeah, everything gets run through a kiln, correct. Like pottery. Yeah, she absolutely, it gets run through. And that's what tempers the glass. Then we're going to come through and burn this off. What's the item I've made the most of? Definitely hummingbirds. Hundreds of thousands of hummingbirds. Hundreds of thousands. They're about a 6-minute item for me. All right, so we're burning this off here, and we're going to create another spiral. She is home and resting, correct. It was a pretty long stay in the hospital, so. All right, so we're flattening this out. This is my peppermint swirl. This is one of the most popular ornaments I have. Bring it. You can start to see a little red peeking through here. Now it'll be throughout this entire piece. You'll see the red in between all those white areas there. No, it wouldn't necessarily break now if I left it out, but eventually it would break for sure. At some point it would. There we go. So I got to pop a little hook on here. 8 days. Roughly, I think it was 8 days, 7 or 8 days. Hummingbirds, that'd be easy. I can make those all day long. I like making hummingbirds. I have no problem with it. They are like cool to make. In fact, I'm going to bring out one of the hummingbirds we did the other night. Now, I would love if Fritz came into the workshop all the time, but the big door is open. I'm too afraid he's going to take off. There. So eventually that will be full red. You can kind of see it starting to come in. Let's see if we got one of the hummingbirds that looks good. Which one is it? Dun, 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 dun. Oh, there it is. This was the one I'm kind of intrigued with. See how it looks. Gonna grip it here. So this was the hummingbird I was pretty happy with. We did a custom color with it. You can see how the wings go all nice and green like that. How it all changes. And then we flip it that way, and now you got the uranium busting through. So this has little hints of uranium glass in it. And flip it to the light. Yeah, you buy the colored rods ready to go. That process is actually pretty dangerous. Making a lot of this color can be a very dangerous process in itself. The way you have to mix metal oxides in there, it can definitely create a problem. Nope, not a lightsaber. Wish it was. It's the one you wanted to see? Yeah, that's the one that came out kind of cool. They all came out good, but that one was like amazing. I like the uranium. In fact, we're going to do some uranium right now. All right, so we're gonna heat this up and stretch it out. Okay, let's stretch. And this stuff stays pretty pliable for a while. Okay, let's do some funky. I got a little bit of gold in here. We're going to use some gold with the uranium. We're just going to do a golden uranium coloring. Nothing super complicated. So we're going to start with uranium glass. And then we're going to pop in some gold fuming. So what I'm going to have happen is we're going to grab a little tiny chunk of pure gold from a Canadian maple leaf, the coin. And then we're going to vaporize that in the flame. And it's going to completely change the color of this glass tubing. No, I don't feel the heat at all. Look, cold air. Oh, thank you, Diane. Appreciate it. Okay, so now we got, you can see all those coils running around. That's the uranium glass. And then let's do the gold. Let's see if I can get it to work. So right in this little slot right here is a tiny, tiny chunk of gold. I hope you can kind of see it, just kind of hanging right there. It's a little bright spot right there. This is what it looks like prior to adding the gold, okay? A little green from the uranium and lots of clear. This is the coolest thing ever. It's still one of my favorite things to do with colors. So that gold is now going to vaporize and transfer via the flame to the tubing. Oh, don't you fall. I was having this trouble the other night. You're getting the gold too hot. One more pass here. There we go. So now you can see it gold plated that entire tubing. If I shine a light on it, it's going to definitely show all the gold. See how shiny it is now? So that's pure gold. That's how you make that. How old am I? I'm a speed limit. There we go. Now we're going to go trapping all that gold in here. So that's kind of how you get pink colored glass. You can also get a nice cranberry with gold. So everywhere I'm putting this clear rod down, it is trapping the gold in between the tube and this clear rod. Everywhere I'm not putting it, it will dissipate, it will disappear. So wherever this rod doesn't go down, it will vaporize it. And one more, yep. So we should be good now. So very shiny, right? Why does the flame need to be so big? For me, it does. That's the way I like it. We can make it bigger. There. Does that make you happy? Go bigger. The clear rod is trapping the gold in there. It's kind of like sandwiching aluminum foil between two sheets of glass. What happened to my TV show? They said I was too fat. They didn't want to feed me anymore. I said, no way, he eats too much. Yeah, cranberry glass was made by Fenton. Correct. Absolutely. You are spot on. That's why cranberry glass is so sought after. It is a lot of gold content. All right, there we go. And now we're going to heat it up and turn it into an ornament. This one's going to actually expand and blow out really fast. The gold, for some reason, gold makes it super, super like soft. It almost softens the glass a little bit, almost too much. It like makes the glass stay pliable a hell of a lot longer. All right, here we go. And we're going to heat it up. Flatten it out. now you're going to see all these kind of little spiral lines going around. And then it's going to kind of disappear for a little bit. There we go. All right, let's go. Let's turn this thing into a ornament. That's way too short. It'll work. Will this ornament be for sale in the shop? No. If you would like this ornament, message me and I can arrange for you to purchase it. This is kind of a one-off. My shop ornaments are pretty consistent. I have a couple different designs and they're replicated over and over and over and over and over and over. This one is absolutely done. One-off. All right, so we're going to spin it up. Bring it down. Like that. What's up, from Spain? That's where half my family's from. Half of it. All right, so we're just going to taper this down, make it flat. This design is really strong. I don't know why. I always thought the glass ball was strong. This design literally bounces everywhere. This shape seems to, like when the ornaments hit the floor, they just kind of bounce. All right, let's add a hook to it. Too short. Use this one. All right, here we go. I think this one's actually going to look kind of cool. Sometimes you can kind of tell. Little crooked on the hook. Hold on. Why would you want me to make one of those, Morteno? Are you lacking the availability of finding one? If you are, I can direct you in the right direction, but pretty much you can go anywhere on the planet and get one of those now. All right, so this is going to be where the flashlight definitely winks it. I have not made a teapot. That would be cool, though. All right, so there it is without the gold, and there's the gold. So now you can see how the gold interacts with the glass, and then this has the uranium in it. So once it cools off, it will definitely have that uranium look to it. Oop, there. So that's what the gold does. It kind of creates that bronzy look to it. I think it looks kind of cool, honestly. And then when it cools off, this is one that's kind of close to it. You can see how it lights up super green with the uranium. In fact, we got two from last night. These came out actually really cool. These two will not only glow with uranium, but they will actually glow in the dark. There's the one that, this one will glow in the dark, and this one too. You can see they kind of have a different look to them. That blue turquoise. Yes, I can make a dragon. I have one nearby. There's several, you know, there's always several different dragons you can do, but this one, I like this style. Then you can also do the European or the medieval. You can do the Chinese dragon. This one's kind of the medieval style with a dragon head. So that dragon head is medieval. And then you got the Chinese dragon that has all the super long sprouts coming off it, if you will. Stuff like that. All right. What was I going to do? Crap. I had a plan. I don't have a plan. All right, let's just wing it. Let me see if, make sure everything's looking good. We're good. Let's do a lime green pickle. Gonna make a pickle ornament. It's like the traditional Christmas pickle. If you don't know what the Christmas pickle is, look it up. I don't have a Kraken. I made a couple of them, but I don't have one here. All right, we're gonna bring this out. This may blow up. That's why I have this here. Got lucky. Yeah, uranium glass is totally safe. How do you attach the wings to a medieval dragon? You got to make the wings separate. And then you just fuse them on in the flame. Yeah, you definitely want to make it all separate. This pickle's gonna be a little custom. All right, we're gonna have to seal it down a little bit. Yeah, a lot of people, I didn't know about the Christmas pickle for a long time. I had no idea what the hell a Christmas pickle was. I do have an online store, correct, yes. All right, so we're gonna make a custom pickle. Griffin ones. I've made a griffin. One time. I don't remember how to make it though. I would have to look at some definite pictures of it again to remember how to do that. I made a griffin one time. You're from Murano? Yep, I've been there. I've toured your island. I actually got a lot of backstage tours, Murano. All right, so let's add some funky green on here. I hope I have it. Yep, got a little bit. I do make a traditional candy cane. We'll make one right after this, Gene. Let's make a candy cane after this. A good idea. I've done 1 or 2 lighthouses. They are not my favorite because there are so many variations of lighthouses. You start to make one and they're like, well, that's not exactly what I was thinking about. So I stopped making lighthouses due to that fact. All right, so we coiled all that shimmer green around it. We got a lime green underneath it. Prince, how are ya? Yeah, it's been my hair my whole life, so hey, it's all right. Takes me 10 seconds to do my hair. Don't be jealous. All right, we're gonna grab it here. I'm gonna melt in the rest of these spirals. And then we're going to shape it just a little bit, and then we're going to use some uranium glass for the little pickle dots. I forget what the hell they're called. I just call them pickle dots. Pickle dots. Anybody know what the hell the pickle dots are? I know there's a specific name for the little warts on the pickles. I can't remember it. All right, we got it thinned down now a little bit. Now we just have to shape it a little bit. There we are. This is 31 years. The torch is called Glass Torch Technologies, GTT for short. Pull that down just a little. All right. So we got to give it the pickle bend, right? Yeah, we're doing the Christmas pickle real quick. This one's going to be way custom. Like one-off pickle. All right, I need to grab some uranium here. We're going to create what's called a stringer. So this is the uranium glass. You can see it kind of getting super bright green. It's what's on the jellyfish here. So we're going to create all the little green polka dotties on here. Absolutely, I loved Murano. I liked Venice too. I liked Venice a lot. All right, now we got some uranium in a thin spot. A ghost Dalmatian dog? What do you mean by ghost? Oh, you mean in the ghosty colors? Yep, as in uranium glass, correct. This is an older uranium color called citrine. I don't even know if they're going to make it anymore. There we go. So we just add these little pickle dots all over the place, give it that pickly look. You have one bad spot in here. One right there. Got too much on there. All right, so now we got all the little pickle dots on there. And then we're going to put a hook on it and finish it off. A lot of work for a simple shape. Pickle sprinkle. That's it. Thank you, Myra. I knew there was a name for it.
I knew that.
Yes, subscription would be really helpful for me. I've been streaming for about 2 months on YouTube, so my account's pretty new. So every subscription helps a lot, and I do appreciate it. All right, let's bring this down. So that's just a variation on the Christmas pickle. If you don't know what the Christmas pickle is, you got to look it up. 31 years. I was going to give it googly eyes, but no. I kind of want to leave that one alone. I'm looking for... All right. We're going to do some cool stuff in here. We're going to gold fume the inside of this tube. All right. So we're going to have to go very slow here. This stuff tends to like to blow up every once in a while. That's why I have this right in front of my face. There we are. So we're actually going to take pure gold and fire it to the inside of this tube now. I just wanted to be a Sith, that's why. Oh, I got you. Yeah. I could do it with black spots. It would be a little bit complicated, but I could do it. Yeah, it would probably take me almost twice as long, but we could get it done. All right, let's open this up a tiny bit. Okay. So now it looks very, very the green kind of has a brown tint to it while it's hot, but you can see it's kind of got that greenish look to it, very transparent. And we're going to take this little bit of gold nugget here, and we're going to fire it to the inside of the tube this time. So the gold is going directly on the inside of the tubing. A little bit more. Now you can see the tubing got very golden, very shiny. So that is pure gold on the inside. All right, we're going to take a little bit of this stuff here. This is called frit, F-R-I-T, frit. And we're going to take a tiny little bit. It's ground up glass about the size of Hans, thank you for becoming a spark. Appreciate it. We're going to take, it's like the size of sea salt. We're going to throw it on the inside of the tube. If I could find my spoons or some tool. I don't have a damn tool. Okay. I must have cleaned up my bench somewhere. All right, check drawer number 2. Wowzers. I would have thought I had a spare sitting around here somewhere. All right, we're gonna really have to improvise. This is not my normal tool. You're gonna have to slice it in there very carefully. And right now, everywhere that little bit of glass frit is sticking, it's gonna create a little nugget in there. It's going to look like a gold nugget. All right, we're good. That'll work. We're gonna do a totally different look to it now too. There. So this one's gonna be kind of in a longer shape. And it's going to have a corkscrew in it. So we're going to corkscrew the middle. So this is what it looks like prior to any corkscrew. You can see it's all kind of, loose in there. We're going to punty up. First thing we have to do is make the corkscrew though. Got to let it sit for a second. And here we go. My mods are awesome. This is the mod squad. They are amazing. Yeah, I know. I got to figure out the Nightbot a lot. But Nightbot's how I'm going to use, how I'm going to do giveaways. So Nightbot is in here so I can implement giveaways. All right, so we're going to start that spiral corkscrew in the middle. Almost sealed it up. Came pretty close. I hope you guys can see that in there. Let it cool off a little bit. This is one of my favorite things on the planet to do. I don't know if you can see that spiral in there now. Maybe that direction. There it is. So there's a really cool spiral right in the middle. And then we're going to go through and do it. Yeah, kind of everything has a shape until it's finished. Now there's always a shape and then it transforms into, morphs into other things. No, no giveaway tonight. I'm trying to implement Nightbot so that it can do the giveaway for me. YouTube has some very, very specific guidelines for giveaways, so I want to make sure I'm compliant. And one of the ways is to use Nightbot. Because it picks totally random, it's out of my hands. All right, so we're going to heat this up and blow it open a little bit. Okay, and then we're going to shrink it down a little. So far, so good. We're good to go so far. I've not done this style. So we're just going to attach a punty rod up here, like that. So we're going to stretch this way out. And we're going to come out. So here we go, almost there. Actually, we're gonna do a little bit different. We're gonna make it just a slight, I'm making a change on the fly. 1 second. All right, here we go. 3, 2, 1. Pull that off. Okay, we're good. What's up, Red Squeak? How you doing, Red Squeak? No, this is an ornament. But I made a last minute decision on changing the composition of it a little bit. A design change. A little bit too long there. Maybe shorten it up a little bit. That was a dumb move. I don't like it. I actually really hate it. There we go. That's what I was hoping for. All right, let's see if I can save this at all. If not, I'm going to toss it in the trash. So what I did is I took that, opened it up into like a flower pattern. So we have a little bit of a kind of funky little funkiness to it. Let's see if I can get a hook on it, make it look semi-okay. This wasn't the intention of it, but hey. I don't know. I really don't know. All right, I'll let you guys vote. Smash or pass? I'll let you figure it out. Smash or pass? Go ahead and vote. Smash or pass? I'll let you do it. Smash or pass? You guys vote. You're going to vote what happens. You guys decide what happens to it. Because I just can't decide. Pass is going pretty good. It's just a little ornament. It went completely in the different direction I wanted to go. So we put it into a different version. I'll try and bring the light out and see if it looks any help. So there is the coloring of it. And there's the little corkscrew in there. And then I just have to finish it off. Smash pass, what is it? I think the pass got a little bit ahead. I had no problem smashing it though. But because you all saved it, when we get ready to do the next giveaway, I will put it in there. All right. So this will be, since you saved it all, everybody saved it, I will put it in the giveaways pile. Yeah, it was definitely pass. But we're going to put it in the giveaway pile now. Just a little ornament. It's actually a pretty cool sun catcher. So if you hang it in a window, it has enough room to put a couple little flowers with some water. I think it would hang pretty cool in a window, and it has just enough room, a little bit of water for like little flowers. Yeah, I got to reset the, I got to set Nightbot up a little better. I promise I'll get Nightbot working. I tried installing it like an hour before, mostly to do the giveaways, and the giveaway didn't work. Let me see if I can get it to work real quick. No, it is. Yeah, I don't know what the heck is going on with it. I got to figure it out. I'll figure it out. Yeah, an air plant would be really cool. Yeah, air plant would be good. All right, I need to take a short break for a few minutes. I'm probably going to be back tonight, so give me about a half hour, 45 minutes, and I'll be back. If everything goes well. I definitely need to reset my computer and my router. I'm getting some buffering on my end. So give me about 45 minutes. I'm going to reset everything, see if I can get Nightbot to work, and then we will go from there. So if I don't see you, thank you. Don't forget to hit the subscribe and notifications. I really appreciate it if you enjoyed what you saw. I'll see y'all later.